Okay, so for this problem, pag-uusapan naman natin ang indeterminate beam using the double integration method. So dito, sa problem na to, meron tayong example problem. For the prop beam shown, determine the following using the double integration method. So given tayo ng prop beam. So pagka sinabi nating prop beam, that is a fixed support and a roller support. So rotation at B, then the maximum deflection ang tinatanong. Okay? So to solve for that, here is the solution. So dito sa problem na to, ito yung beam natin. So kung magko-compute kayo ng reactions dyan, wala rin lang kayong masosolve kasi that is an indeterminate beam. Paano ba natin malalaman na indeterminate siya? So we apply the formula R is equal to 3N. Kung equal siya, so that is statically determinate. Then pag that is greater than, yun ay statically indeterminate. So, ilan ang reaction? Tatlo to kasi meron tayong horizontal, vertical, and moment. Then, we have one reaction for the roller. So, that is 4 is greater than. 3 times 1, greater than siya kasi isang member lang naman, di ba? What is 3 times 1? So, that is 3. So, that is statically indeterminate to the first degree. Okay, so to solve for that, kahit di na muna tayo mag-compute ng reactions, pero in this problem, pwede nating i-extend muna yung load kasi yun naman yung ano, di ba? So kung for example dito ako sa last segment magka-cut, kung dito tayo sa last segment magka-cut, ang mangyayari diyan ay kailangan ma-extend muna natin tong uniform load na to. Di ba? Kasi puto lang uniform load natin eh. So, kung i-extend natin yan, ganito ang mangyayari. So, ito yung 18 kN per meter. So, nag-assume na ako ng reaction na upward. So, that is RA and MA or the moment at point A is counterclockwise. So, itong 18 kN per meter ay i-extend natin hanggang makarating sa point C. Yun na yun. Then, so, syempre kung nagdagdag tayo ng 18 kN per meter na downward, so dapat magdagdag rin tayo ng 18 kN per meter na upward para ang mangyari parang wala ka lang dinagdag sa load na yun. Then, iakyat mo na lang ngayon yung triangular load natin or yung varying load natin na 0 to 45 kN per meter na intensity, di ba? So, that is the intensity of the varying load. Okay? So, yan na yung mangyayari dyan sa loads natin. Then, apply tayo ng cutting plane. So, magka-cut tayo dito sa point na to. Then, re-resist na moment is pa-left. I mean, counterclockwise. Okay? So, this distance is distance x. And this distance is x minus 2. Okay? So, yan ang mangyayari. Bakit naging x minus 2 to? Kasi this is x and this is 2 meters. So, if this is x and 2 meters to, so this becomes x minus 2. Okay? So, for that problem, so meron na tayong, ang mangyayari dyan, ito pag nag-cut tayo dyan kasi, dahil varying yan, so ang intensity naman nitong uniform load natin ay 18 pa rin, at saka 18 pa rin. Kasi uniform naman siya, di ba? Pero ang mangyayari kasi, yung intensity na ngayon ng triangular load natin is nagva-vary, depende sa x, di ba? So, let's say this is the intensity for the triangular load. Dito tayo nag-cut. Okay? So, mula dito sa point na to hanggang dito sa point na to, that is distance y. Okay? So, if that is y, so, we can apply the Rayleigh proportion. That is y over, ano itong distance na to? X minus 2 is equal to 45 over, ilan ba yung distance mula dito hanggang dito? So, yun yun, di ba? Which is equal to 3. So, that y is just equal to, what is 45 over 3? That is 15 times x minus 2. So, this is now the value for that intensity y na nagva-vary depende sa x natin. Okay? So, applying the summation of moment is equal to 0. So, we have here the negative moment plus RA. Ito yung plus RA kasi clockwise. Nag-assume ako ng positive clockwise na naman. RA times x tapos minus MA. Ito yung MA natin which is counterclockwise kaya negative. Tapos itong 60, iikot na naman siya ng counterclockwise. Minus 60 times yung distance niya na x minus 2 minus 18. Ito yung 18 natin times x, distance x, diba? Then centroid na x over 2 or yung ano niya, yung location, diba, ng centroid, diba? Then minus 1 half. Itong 1 half na to, yan yung area ng triangular load natin. So, ang area ng triangular load natin, 1 half ng base. Ang base natin ay x minus 2. Kaya x minus 2 yan. Tapos, yung height niyan ay y. So, ito yung y. Tapos, multiply lang natin siya sa centroid ng triangular load. So, centroid niya ay x over 3. Diba? Yung base niya over 3. Oh, ito. Ito yung x bar niya. So, ilan yung x bar na yan? That is x minus 2. Ito yung distance na to over 3. Diba? Then, plus, we have here 18. Ito naman yung 18 na to na uniform load. Yan na lang yung hindi natin nakakount. So, that is 18 times x minus 2. Ito. Times x minus 2 over 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so ganyan na. Ang kino-consider lang natin na load ay ito. Hanggang dyan lang. Kasi dun sa cutting plane. Okay? So, yan na yun. Then, is equal to 0. Then, manipulate na uli natin yung equation. So, transpose natin yung m doon. So, that becomes, yung negative na yun magiging positive na. Is equal to eiy double prime by the definition of the double integration method. Then, simplify nyo na lang. Okay? 18 over 2 becomes 9. Minus, paano to? Yung negative 1 half times x minus 2. Saan ba equal yung y na yan? That y is equal to 15 times x minus 2. So, kung papalitan nyo to ng ano, papalitan nyo natin yan ng 15 times x minus 2. So, ano mangyayari dyan? So, that is 15 over 2 over 3. So, pwede nating simplify yung 15 at 3, diba? Magiging ano yan? 5. Diba? 15 divided by 3 is 5. Over 2. Kaya naging minus 5 over 2 na lang yon. Tapos, times x minus 2 times x minus 2 times x minus 2. So, ang magiging sagot dyan, ang magiging multiplier nila ay x minus 2 raised to the third power. Okay, plus, ito naman, we have 18 over 2 magiging 9 times x minus 2 squared. Okay? So, yan na. Yan na yung magiging simplified equation yan. So, idagdag ko lang pala para malaman nyo kung wala kayong nakaligtaan. Bilangin nyo lahat ng load. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7 ba yan lahat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7 rin. Kaya, ibig sabihin lahat ng loads natin ay naisama natin sa pag-create ng moment equation. So, common mistake kasi yan na merong hindi nasasama na equation. So, yan na yun. Then, integrate natin for the first time. Yun na yung magiging rotation equation. So, that becomes RAX. Integral niyan. So, x squared over 2 minus MA times x. Since constant yan, so, ang integral niyan ay magkakaroon lang yan ng multiplier na x. Then, integral nito, x minus 2 raised to 1 yan. So, raised to 2 over 2. What is 60 over 2? Pwede na natin isimplify yun as 30 na lang. Diba? Yung constant. Minus, what is the integral of 9x squared? So, that is 9x raised to 3 over 3. So, what is 9 over 3? That is 3x cubed, di ba? So, madali lang naman i-check yan. Pag dinerivative mo yan, magiging yun lang rin yan, di ba? Derivative nito ay 9x squared, di ba? Minus. So, integral nitong 5 halves ng x minus 2 raised to 3 is, ito magiging raised to 4 over 4. And then, what is 2 times 4? That is 8, di ba? So, integral nyo rin to, raised to 3 over 3. What is 9 over 3? That is 3 times x minus 2 raised to 3 plus C1. So, that is now the rotation equation. Okay? So, for the deflection equation, so, integrate nyo for the second time. So, RA over 2, constant lang yan. X squared, integral nyan ay x raised to 3 over 3. Then, what is 3 times 2? So, that is 6. So, integral uli nito, MAX squared over 2. Minus 30, tapos raised to 2 to, raised to 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1, so raised to 3 over 3. Then what is 30 over 3? So magiging 10. Integrate nyo ulit ito, raised to 3 over 4, raised to 3. So magiging raised to 4 over 4. Ito na yan. raised to 5 over 5. So, paano naging 1/8 yun? Kasi, simplify nyo lang, di ba? So, meron ka dyang, meron tayo dyang 5/8. Tapos, meron tayong x minus 2 raised to 4 plus 1. So, magiging 5 over 5. So, magka-cancel lang kasi yung 5 dyan. O, pwede nyo i-calculate para mas simplified. That is equivalent to 1 over 8 na lang. Times x minus 2 raised to 5 plus, so integral nito, raised to 4 over 4. Okay? Tapos plus integral ng constant ay constant x plus the second arbitrary constant. So that is now the deflection equation. So dito sa problem na to, ilan ang unknown natin? Hindi katulad pagka determinate beam, dalawa lang ang unknown natin. We have C1 and C2 lang. Pero dito sa problem na to, ang unknown natin ay 4. So, meron na tayong dalawa dyan. Tapos, pangatlo, pang-4, yung RA at saka MA. Okay? So, to solve for that, so, kailangan natin ang mga boundaries condition. Okay? So, kailangan makakreate muna tayo ng 4 na boundaries condition para meron tayong 4 unknowns, then 4 equation para ma-solve yung C1, C2, RA at saka MA niya. Okay? So, dito sa boundaries condition, solve muna natin. We can say that at point A, diba? When x is 0, deflection and rotation is equal to 0. Okay? So, napansin nyo, pagka-cantilever, laging nagsisiro ang C1 at C2. Basta, nandito sa left end, tapos nag-cut ka sa right. Laging ang nangyayari dyan, C1 at saka C2 niya ay 0. So, substitute nyo lang kasi dito, diba? Yung C2 natin, yung natin, x na 0. So, syempre, puro 0 yan. Kahit itong 0 minus 2, ang lalabas lang rin dyan ay 0, di ba? So, dyan, when x is 0, deflection 0, C2 is equal to 0. Then, point A, when x is 0, rotation is 0. Substitute ka dun sa rotation, 0 lang rin to, 0, 0, 0, 0. So, yung C1 natin ay equal lang rin sa 0. Okay? So, dito, point C. Okay? So, dahil okay na tayo sa boundary condition sa A, ano pa yung pwede natin kunin? Pwede tayong magsabi na ang deflection sa point C, dahil may support yan, ay 0 rin. So, at point C, we can say that when x is equal to, ano ba yung distance? So, since nag-cut tayo dyan, ito yung Cartesian natin. Meron tayo ditong y-axis, and this is the x-axis. Okay, ano yung distance na yan? So, what is 2 plus 3? So, that is 5. So, point C, when x is equal to 5, the deflection is equal to 0. So, balik ka lang rin dun sa deflection equation. So, ito yung deflection equation natin, RA over 6, di ba? Times x cube. Substitute nyo lang dyan yung 5. Okay? So, dito, 0 na to, kasi 0 ang C1, C2 natin. So, what is 5 times 5 times 5? That is 125 over 6. Kaya 125 over 6 to, RA. Minus, what is 5 squared over 2? That is 25 over 2 ng MA. Then, lahat ng constant na to ay ilipat nyo dun sa right side. O, dito sa may 0, di ba? So, magpa-positive na tong 10 times 3 cube. Then, ito, magpa-positive rin yan. Lipat nyo. Ang lalabas dyan ay 708.375. So, this is now the equation 1. Dalawang unknown tayo. So, kailangan pa natin ng isang unknown. Isang equation, I mean. So, dito, ano kaya yung isang boundary condition na dapat natin gamitin? Okay, so observe natin yung beam natin. Ano pa ba yung isang boundary condition na pwede nating i-apply dyan? Okay? So, tatandaan nyo, di ba pagka meron tayong hinge or roller, tapos nasa pinaka dulo sila, ano yung napapansin nyo sa nila, sa moment nila? 'Di ba ang moment doon ay laging equal sa 0, 'di ba? So for example, meron tayo ditong beam. Tapos meron tayong uniform load. So pa-simplify natin yung load. Okay? Tapos meron tayong reaction dito. Okay? Ang moment equation niya nagiging ano? Ang nangyayari, 'di ba, 0 yung moment equation dito. I-try nyo i-drawing yung shear and moment diagram yan. Then, magsisiro lang rin yan sa left and right support. Paano naman kapag prop beam? Pagka prop beam naman, okay. So, pagka prop beam naman, tapos subjected rin siya sa uniform load. Paano naman yung yung shear and yung moment diagram na lang pag-usapan natin. So, ang moment diagram niyan ay, since usually dahil magro-rotate clockwise yan, so ang mangyayari dito is counterclockwise. Then pag counterclockwise, nagne-negative yan, then ang nagiging moment equation yan ay ganito. Okay. So, 0 degree, so ito ay magiging second degree ang nangyayari. Okay, so ano napansin nyo? Yung moment at this point, and sorry, this is a roller kasi prop beam siya. So dahil meron siyang reaction dyan. So ang mangyayari dyan pagka prop beam yan, laging 0 yung moment doon sa point dito. Okay? So isa yan sa pwede natin gamiting boundary condition. Okay? We can say that at point C, when x is equal to 5, di ba? Yan yung distance ng point C, di ba? The moment is equal to 0. Okay? So, from that, we can say that moment is equal to RA. So, balik lang tayo dun sa equation natin ng moment. RAX. Ito yun, RAX. Minus MA, minus 60. So, substitute niya lang dito yung value ng x which is equal to 5. Okay? Yan. So, dito, pagka kinuha na natin yung equation, simplify natin. What is RA times 5? That is 5RA minus MA. Then, lahat ng constant na to ilipat nyo na doon sa may value na 0 yung naging value dito, di ba? So, magpa-positive na yan pag nilipat nyo doon. Positive, positive, then negative. Paki-compute na lang sa calcu. That is 391.5. Okay, then you solve this using your calculator. So, doon na lang tayo sa mode 5.1. So, punta na lang kayo dun sa mode 5.1. Then, you input na lang the value, the coefficient. That is 125 over 6. So, input nyo dito ay 125 over 6. Tapos, negative 25 over 2. So, negative 25 over 2. Tapos, 708.375. Okay? So, yun kasi yung value doon, 708.375. So, yung coefficient lang kaya 125 over 6, negative 25 over 2, 708.375. So, coefficient nito, 5, negative 1, 391.5. So, 5, you input 5, then negative 1, tapos 391.5. Okay? So, yung unang lalabas na value, that is the value of RA. So, kung ano yung equation na yun. So, that is 100.449 and 110.745. Okay? So, that is now the value. Okay? So, pagka gumawa kayo ng equation, dapat, kung nauna yung RA dito, dapat mauna rin yung RA dito. Kung nauna yung MA dyan, pangalawa yung MA dyan, so dapat pangalawa lang rin yung MA dyan. Okay? Hindi pwede RA, MA yan, tapos naging equation nito, negative MA plus 5RA. Tapos i-input mo, negative 1 tapos 5. So, mali yan So, dapat i-arrange nyo. Unknown na RA, unknown na MA, then constant na value. Okay? So, ganyan yung gawin yung format. Then, dito, na-solve na natin yung reaction at A at saka moment sa point A. Okay? So, yan na yun. Okay? Meron na tayong RA, meron na tayong MA na pwedeng i-substitute dito. Tapos, meron na tayong C1 and C2. So, we can now solve for the unknowns, the rotation and the maximum deflection. Okay? So, to solve for the rotation at B, so, yun yung unang tinatanong, di ba? So, to solve for the rotation at B, ang gagawin natin, rotation at B, or that is theta B. So, sa point B, we can say that when x is equal to 2, the rotation is equal to theta B. Okay? Bakit 2? Kasi mula dito, papunta doon, that is distance 2 meters. Okay? So, this is theta. What is the formula for theta? RAx squared over 2. Ano ba yung value ng RA natin? 100.449. So, that is 100.449 2 squared. Kasi x squared, di ba, over 2 minus yung ano yung ano natin, 110.745, yan yung moment, di ba? Kasi based dito sa formula ng deflection, rotation, I mean. Ito pala, MA times X. So that is MA na negative 110, that is 110.745 times 2. Okay. By the way, ano ibig sabihin ng positive dito? Bakit positive ang lumabas dyan? Ibig sabihin yung inassume natin na counterclockwise ay tama. Kaya counterclockwise din yan. Okay? So, ganoon naman tayo sa pag-compute ng reaction, di ba? Pagka nag-positive yung value, ibig sabihin yung assumption natin ay tama. So, substitute nyo na lang yung x is equal to 2 dyan. Mula dun sa rotation equation natin. So, magsi-0 na to. 0 na. 0 yung C1. Okay? Okay, so yan, 0, 0. Then, ang matitira ay ito na lang. So, you solve for the rotation at B. So, ang lalabas na value sa rotation at B is equal to negative 44.592. Okay. So,